Hello everyone, I am Shadasharav and welcome to Sada Learning Hub. Today's session we are going to learn the most important Java interview questions. The first one is explain the life cycle of an applet. An applet may undergo the following states. An applet may undergoing the following states. Those are init. An applet is initialized each time is loaded. The next state is start. Begins the execution of an applet. The next state is stop. Stop the execution of an applet. Next state is destroy. Perform a final cleanup before unloading an applet. There are the four states available in the applets. The first state is init, the second state is start, and the third state is stop, and the fourth state is destroy. Init state is used to initialize the applet, and start state is used to begins the execution of an applet, and stop state is used to stop the execution of an applet, and the destroy state is used to perform the final cleanup before unloading the applet. The next question is what is the domain name service? It is very difficult to remember a set of numbers to connect to a internet. The naming service is used to overcome this problem. It maps one particular IP address to a string of characters. For example, www.google.com implies com is the domain name reserved for a US commercial sites, and Google is the name of the company, and www is the name of the specific computer which is in the Google server. Now it is very difficult. The domain naming service means it is very difficult to remember a set of numbers to connect to the internet. Further, the domain naming service is used to overcome this problem. It maps the one particular IP address to a string of characters. That is called domain naming service. The next question is what is the URL? A URL is stands for Uniform Resource Locator, and it points to resource files of an internet. URL has a four components. Those are, for example, http colon double slash www.address.com colon 80 slash index.html, where http is for protocol name and address is for IP address or host name, and 80 is the port number, and index.html is the file path. If you see here, www dot is the World Wide Web. This is the website, and BBC is the domain name, the name of the website, and co is the domain type, the type of the person who owns the website. There is a different domains are available. For example, if you see the .com, it is for companies. If .sch, it is for schools, and .nhs, it is for hospitals. .police, it is for police. .gov is for governments. .uk, this is for country code, tells you where the website is located. There is a difference available. If you .uk means United Kingdoms, and .je means Jersey, and .fr means France, and .it means Italy, and .au means Australia. This is regarding URL. The next question is what is the RMI and steps to involved the developing an RMI object. Remote method invocation allows a Java object that executes on one machine and to invoke the method of a Java object to execute on another machine. The steps involved to develop an RMI object are defining the interface and implementing these interfaces, compile and interfaces and their implementations with the Java compiler, and compile the server implementations with RMI compiler, run the RMI registry, run the application. We need to follow these steps to create an RMI object. The next question is What is the RMA architecture? RMA architecture consisting of 4 layers and each layer performs a specific functions. The first layer is application layer. The application layer contains the actual object definitions. The second layer is the proxy layer. Proxy layer consisting of stub and skeletons. The third layer is remote reference layer. The remote reference layer gets the stream of bytes from the transport layer and send it to the proxy layers. The fourth layer is the transport layer. It is responsible for handling the actual mission to mission communication. There are the 4 different layers in the RMA architecture. Those are, first one is the application layer, second one is the proxy layer, and fourth one is the remote reference layer. Sorry, third one is the remote reference layer, and fourth one is transport layer. Each layer performs in a particular functionality. The next question is, what is the purpose of finalization? The purpose of finalization is to give an unreachable objects that opportunity to perform any cleanup processing before the object is garbage collected. For example, closing a opening files, closing a opened database connections is used for. The purpose of finalization is to give a unreachable objects that an opportunity to perform any cleanup process before an object garbage collected. For example, if you want to close the open the files, if you want to close the database connections, we can use the finalization concept. The next question is, what is the difference between yielding and sleeping? When a task is invokes its yield method, it returns to the ready state. When a task is invoked its sleep method, it returns the waiting state. A sleep method is used to stop or sleep current thread for a specified milliseconds or nanoseconds. A yield method pauses the current execution thread to give a chance to remaining threads of a same priority to execute. If there are no waiting threads, current thread will be executed. There are the two overloaded methods for sleep. One takes milliseconds as an argument and other takes both milliseconds and nanoseconds as an argument. There is only one method of a yield. Sleep method throws interrupted exceptions if another thread interrupts sleeping threads. A yield method does not throw any interrupted exception. A sleep method does not give up when current thread is executed. A yield method does not give up monitors when the current thread is executed. The next question is, what is the difference between primitive scheduling and time slicing? Under the primitive scheduling, the highest priority task executes until it enters into waiting or dead states, or a higher priority task comes into the existence. Under the time slicing, the task executes for a predefined slice of time and then re-enters the pool of ready tasks. The scheduler then determines which tasks should be executed in the next based on the priority of other factors. The next question is, what is the mutable object and immutable object? If an object value is changeable, then we can call it as a mutable object. For example, string buffer. String buffer is a mutable object. If you are not allowed to change the value of an object, it is a immutable object. For example, string, integer, float, these are all immutable objects. A mutable object is The immutable object is possible to change their values, and immutable object is not possible to change the values. The next question is, what is the purpose of void class? A void class is an uninstallable placeholder class to hold a reference to a class object representing the primitive Java type void. A void class is a uninstallable placeholder class to hold a reference to the class object representing the primitive Java type void.
Thank you so much watching this video. Hope this lesson helpful to you. Keep watching our lessons. Keep writing to us. Do not forget subscribe our channel Learning Hub because we have many sessions that would help you to develop our skills, and I will be back soon. Till then you take care. Bye bye.